Bonjour guys, welcome to a brand new episode of our FIFA 20 Road to Glory. And for today guys, we do have our Twitch Prime Pack, and as well we did purchase an insane shapeshifter. So guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, leave a massive thumbs up and make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. So guys, yes, you guys can see it right now, we did purchase Marcelo Cam shapeshifter for 1,060,000 coins. Hear us out, it's a lot of coins, but right now we're already making more than 100,000 coins profit. So yes, that was a great purchase. So boys, we decided to play Marcelo as a left winger, and like that we can play Neymar with Mbappe up top as our two strikers. This is something we really wanted to do for FUT Champions, because guess what, having those two up top, this could be vital. And as well, we wanted to try a brand new shapeshifters, and the selection of players from the second team, they are either way too expensive or either they don't fit our team. So this is why we wanted to try Marcelo. Let us know in the comment section down below, bros, how you guys are getting on with FUT Champions this weekend. Is it a good gameplay? You guys have a good record so far? Because for us, we have played a few games and it's been perfect so far.
Perfect so far. So now let's talk about the new addition of the team, Marcelo Shapeshifter. Well, brothers, I do actually think that's one of the most fun cards we have tried with Liam this year so far, and it's just something brand new to use new meta players in certain position. I do actually think that Marcelo Shapeshifter, his best position is not as a left mid, not in the left mid position, but in the center of the field.
Exactly.
Either as a CDM, a center mid, or either a cam in a 4-2-3-1. I do actually think that Marcelo can do a great job in a cam position. Therefore, we're going to finish this FUT Champions with Marcelo in the left mid position. We're going to most likely keep that Marcelo because we have few plans, few ideas of playing that Marcelo as a box-to-box next to Frankie de Jong. And that means that within the next couple days, within the next couple weeks, Clarence Seedorf baby that we packed as the first icon SBC, you know, the baby icon SBC back in November, while we're gonna put him on the bench as a super sub.
Yeah.
He is a really good player, but we're looking to improve that position. Therefore, we're gonna have De Jong and Marcelo as a box-to-box in a 4-4-2 formation.
Exactly, because in a 4-4-2 formation, our favorite formation this year, well, you gotta have box-to-box midfielders. And De Jong is more of a defensive one, even though his team of the year can score bangers, but Marcelo can be more the offensive one, you know what I mean? So with the faster skill move as well, and he's got one trait that's super important on FIFA 20, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about it. It's the outside of the foot shot. This is by far the most underrated trait that a player can have on this game, because guess what, in a certain angle he will hit it with the outside of the foot shot, and that always goes in if you put the right amount of power. So bros, Marcelo's got that trait. I've scored a couple bangers with the outside of the foot shot, and I've got this connection. Whenever a player does this animation, for me this is just what I want to see, and this is just excite me. So personally, bros, I'm in love with that Marcelo.
Yeah, and it's a fun card, like I said.
Exactly, yeah,
it's a fun card at this stage. We're not playing FUT Champions. Hear us out. We're not playing FUT Champions to finish Elite 1 and top 100. No, this is not my goal to play FUT Champions. I want to play FUT Champions to have fun. Therefore, to have fun. And using a card such as Marcelo, because Marcelo, if you love football, I think it's one of the best left back, if not the best left back for the past at least 7 years. Those past 2-3 years, not as much, but if you guys know, if you guys love football, you love Marcelo. Even though if you're a Barcelona fans, Marcelo is those type of player that makes you love football because he's such technically gifted in real life. And in FIFA, you can really feel that the man is agile. You can use the faster skill move, and this is something Buzz I really rate. Counting the fact as well, he's left-footed, and having a left-footed player in every FIFA, for me, there is something special as well. Because I'm not left-footed, maybe in real life I'm right-footed, but having a left-footed player
almost more gifted.
Exactly, makes me more technical, and I'm willing to do more beautiful skill move whenever I use a left-footed player. But let me know, boys, in the comments if you as well have a different connection whenever you play with a left-footed player or a right-footed player.
Yes, bros, now this is the next game, and this opponent, it's a weird one because the first few games I played, obviously, boys, I absolutely smashed our opponents. I mean, if I play to them, you know, we do have an insane team, and most of the opponents especially during the earlier games. They don't have that much of a good team. But this opponent right here, bros, he decided to play around the back, to play possession. He was winning 1-0 up, and then he decided to play like park the bus, possession, and I absolutely despise when players do this certain play style. You know, I'm blaming on EA Sports, but as well I'm also blaming sometimes on the player, because you decide what kind of FIFA you want to play, even though it's overpowered. Well, at the end of the day, you want to enjoy the game. You play the game to enjoy. You don't play the game sometimes to sit behind the ball. And I was a little bit frustrated, but then after, bros, obviously I had to bounce back. Mbappe, Neymar up top, boys. It's a deadly combo. It's a deadly combo. Both of them are just so unpredictable, and I'm doing things with that 93 Mbappe that shouldn't be allowed. That should be illegal. And for the best of the club, we have him as a red, and EA Sports, they just gift us that card, and to be honest, they should have never, because we should have most of the opponents, man, they just rage quit. This bye-bye, you know, they just bye-bye after I'm going 1 or 2-0 up. But then obviously, boys, I had to bounce back from that game. Another rage quit, and that puts us for the first 5 games, 5 wins. One more thing I gotta say, bros, whenever I'm scoring a beautiful goal, I gotta eat the opponents with the celebration. I think it's one of the most raging for the celebration. I like to use it on a certain type of players, especially when I'm scoring a beautiful goals. It just makes me laugh, to be honest. And right here, we did pick Vinicius Jr. as a loan, because we might want to give him a try. He also got the outside of the foot, so we're going to most likely play him as a winger or potentially as a striker. We shall see. And we do have one more pack, 125k pack that we decided to open. But who knows? Can we get a shapeshifter? Who knows, bros? 25k pack from the season objective, but obviously,
unfortunately, we didn't get anything.
No board.
But here is out. We played 14 games because as well, we recorded those games late at night yesterday.
Yes.
This morning I played 4 FUT Champions Games, 4 wins. So right now we're on 9 games, 9 wins in FUT Champions. Marcelo, 14 games, 5 goals, 9 assists.
That's awesome.
Like I said, boys, as a left mid, in a left mid position. In my opinion, it's gonna have way less goal and way less assist when we're gonna play him as a box to box. So like that, we can potentially play with another player up top, or at least in the left mid position, because it's true that Neymar and Mbappe together on top as a striker in the striker position, well, that was something, boys, we kind of fought with them, but we never experienced it. Neymar as a striker with the first star with foot, first star ski move is really something else, and especially with that player of the month that really seems to get a lot those 50-50 balls sometimes. So now
the aggression.
That's potentially the aggression, but now, boys, we're looking to upgrade the team with Johan Cruyff, with the GOAT of football. And it's right, because not even a week ago, a few days ago, we said to you, boys, yes, we're gonna buy Messi shapeshifter, but the more I think about it, the more it's wasted, basically. So we're gonna most likely buy that Johan Cruyff, boys. And as you can see, that link between De Jong he can provide, and as well the Ligt. Most importantly, this is a link that we really rate, because we picked up Van der Sar for that reason. The link for De Ligt, Van der Sar, this is why we picked him up for the second batch of the icon swap.
And De Ligt is just absolutely fantastic. So, bros, we have one player pick upgrade because we had to rinse the club a little bit. And we do get a nice player. You know what, bros? That's gonna be awesome, because guess what? If there's any good SBC coming within the next few days, GG, 86 Müller, and I think we also have Müller, but it's not the normal gold card.
Yes.
So, bros, we did redeem our Twitch Prime pack.
Exactly. So we're gonna open all those SBC packs that we running, and after we're gonna finish with the Twitch Prime speak pack. It was 2 a.m. yesterday, boys, in the morning. And we wanted to see what was the deal with that Twitch Prime pack, because we saw some people packing some mad foods out of it. So we're like, you know what, let's try it. And so we don't know what to expect, honestly, brothers. The selection of the players for the second batch of the shapeshifter is good. Nonetheless, boys, no one can fit our team, and I was lucky, kind of disappointed yesterday. Potentially, EA Sports will put some mad SBC, but there's only 10 players. Therefore, there's less chance of you packing a shapeshifter for the second batch. And this is something nobody said, and that was quite frustrating, because hopefully EA Sports can juice it up with the SBCs, because the content we receive apart from those upgrade packs has been not good enough, in my opinion. Zakaria is a good SBC, but it's not as good as I expected. And to be fair, the shapeshifter promotion, there's a lot of potential for EA Sports to do some mad stuff, because they can change the weak foot, they can change the work rate, they can change really something that are really vital in game. And so there's a lot of potential that EA Sports can bring for that promotion. So I really want them to step it up for the SBCs in the next couple days, brothers.
Yes, potentially right now we're recording like maybe half an hour before 6, so potentially they might drop something insane.
Yep,
we don't know yet. My thoughts about the second team, obviously, bros, it's some cards for the rich people. Even ourselves, we cannot afford some of the cards. So there's a couple players like Rashika, potentially Alaba after a few days, few weeks that, guess what, you can potentially be able to buy them. But at the end of the day, most of the cards are just super expensive, and the SBC selection has been pretty poor. Maybe outside of Zakaria, Mkhitaryan was decent, but we don't get enough content for a promotion.
Exactly, especially for the 2 weeks promotion. Like you want them to, if it's 2 weeks, to really push the content. But unfortunately, Sport doesn't have the same idea as I have. So now we're gonna move on into the Twitch Prime Pack. Like I said, I don't know what to expect. I really don't know what to expect. Are we gonna pack a good player? We're gonna pack a shapeshifter? No idea whatsoever, and that's gonna be no one. Okay. Some people pack some great players, some of us pack no one. Us, we packed Zapata.
Which is a good player in real life. I watched him play the other day, and he was actually a decent striker, but he doesn't really fit the meta this year. So, what is this? 81. Okay, let's check this out, boys. Okay, you know what? Felipe is not that bad. Obviously, because I was expecting something a bit better, but Felipe is really not that bad because during SBC season, this card is really expensive. So let's send everything to the club, and I think that's it for the Twitch Prime Pack. Hopefully, EA Sports will bring some more of those Twitch Prime. I think every single month, this is what EA Sports will do. So, bros, this is what the potential dream team will look like. Hopefully, if our rewards are good next week, if not, within the next upcoming weeks. And obviously, bros, I gotta say one thing only. Thank you so much for all the support you guys have shown us on the road to glory, and this is why we can afford such a sick team, and this is why we have fun, because at the end of the day we could potentially play with Team of the Year Conte, like some of those excellent cards, but we're not playing FUT Champions to get a result anymore. We're just playing FUT Champions
for fun,
to enjoy the cards that we grinded those past few months. So, bros, if you have enjoyed today's video, leave a massive thumbs up. We're gonna be streaming tomorrow over on Twitch. We're gonna leave the link in the description. So if you guys want to hang out with us to finish our FUT Champions, feel free to do so, and we can talk about football, FIFA, just chill with you, bros. The El Clasico, yes, that's true. The Juventus against Inter has been, I think, reported, rescheduled, so that's a bummer. But anyways, bros, thank you so much for watching the video. My name is Liam.
My name is Vincent. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Au revoir.